Hey, how's it going, YouTube? My name is Sean Ailes. I ran a Harpy Blackwing deck in Niles, Illinois. Went 5-3 with it, and Robbie Cole did a deck profile with me if you want to find that. But I don't get much of a chance to explain the deck or my deck choices, so I'm gonna do that right now. So bring this down here. All right. Sangan, basically a staple. Summoner Monk, um, discard spell to basically get any 8-star synchro. It's pretty good. Misdice Sword is my main target. 3 Lady Ones, dual terminal, come in handy. With the hunting grounds and stuff, if I can basically get a hunting ground Lady 1 least off once, pretty much instant MST plus a monster. Plus they all boost each other. Pretty good beat sticks. 3 ultimate Harpy Queens. Basically the purpose is, discard get a hunting ground, and they're basically 1900, but Lady 1s can boost it, or get the boost off the hunting ground, very helpful. Okay, now for the Blackwing part, got 3 Kalutes in here. We're in a good amount of Blackwings, so having these off, pretty good. 1 Blizzard to pretty much bring back any Blackwing, very useful. Got a Gale here, steel for any Blackwing deck pretty much. 2 Bora. 3 Shura. Dark Arm, good for pretty much any deck using darks, just too good. And now for the most important card of the deck with the Darks and Morgs. Basically, lock in your opponent if they can't set cards, darks and winds, harpies, everything basically comes in handy. But this is the most important thing. Plus the Lady 1's boosted, and the hunting ground, I mean, it's pretty hard to run over. 2700 plus the boost it could possibly get, so very good card. And yes, now I'm running Whirlwind. Be stupid not to run this card. The card's really good. And Blackwings, even with this. The thing with the Allure was I said it wasn't too good. In this deck, there's so many other cards between spells, traps, and winds. Didn't think there's quite enough darks to run Allure. Darkhold, staple. Monster Reborn, staple. 2 Book of Moons, just good cards. 2 Hunting Grounds. Whenever a Harpy's normal summon special, we can destroy a Harpy, so it just really comes in handy. Plus 200-point boost is also pretty helpful sometimes. Giant Tornado, return their stuff, replay some stuff, it comes in handy. Now for the traps. Solemn Judgment, good card. Torrential Tribute, staple. Call the Haunted, staple. Another very important part of the deck is the anti-spell fragrances. Basically, get this in a Dark Morg out, they can't play spells and they can't set it, they have a hell of a time getting out of that lock. So, I mean, there's definitely ways out of it, but it slows them down. And, yeah, very good card. 3 Icarus attacks, very good trap, one of the best for this deck. 2 Bottomless Trap Holes, just good 1-for-1s, good stuff. Mirror Force, staple, enough said. Delta Crow, last card. Very helpful actually, considering they're basically forced to set a few cards they don't want to set, like the spells, the anti-spells. So a good thing to do is like with a Blackwing or something to set this. They go set a bunch of back row, because they have an anti-spell down, and they just go up Delta Crow. Bunch of pluses. And next I will show you the side deck. Gores. I'm going to play in this deck mainly because of so many back row being set. Dexter is my favorite card, so enough said. 2 DD Crow, good against pretty much any deck. Well, X-Saber, stuff like that. And plus, there's a Wing Beast and Dark, they just really help this deck. I'd almost main the card, but just can't quite fit it in. Misfire Soldier. 1 MST. I don't really run MST because of the hunting grounds, so it's kind of pointless, but just provide your spell and trap deck. So, or your Decree variant. This deck does not like Decree. 2 Swallow's Nest, very helpful. Wing Beast, Wing Beast. Oh, that star. Burial. Good for random D-Fisher stuff, or random get my Dark Winds back, so that's very helpful. Moment across out for the Gravekeepers and stuff like that. Royal Oppression, just a good card. Trap Stun. Strike Party, just because discard a card, get as many Harps as possible. Very situational, but if you can pull it off, it's pretty good with this deck. Starlight Road, good card against your mass destruction decks. And last, Lure of Darkness, just through the side deck. But it's there if I need it. Next, I shall show you my extra deck. Mistworm, just in case, only need it too often. Red Dragon Archfiend, Ancient Fairy Dragon, cool. Tempest is kind of pointless, but figure if you can run 15, you might as well run 15. Colossal Fighter, good 8-star, basic. Black Girl is just perhaps the best synchro these days. Well, second best, next to, of course, Stardust. Stardust is just really good. Two of those, actually. Dark End Dragon, good card to have. Arm Master, just Blackwing, staple. Baronic, expensive, but it's worth every dollar. Magical Android, just good 5-star single to have. Taster, just in case. And Grave Guardian, probably the best 6-star. And last, Armbling. So that is basically the Harpy Blackwing deck that I ran, and went 5-3 in niles, I said. Hopefully, it's a little more work and improvement. I can maybe even do better. It's a good deck. Just might need a little bit of work, and I'm sure in the hands of a really talented player, it could do a lot of damage. So, yes, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and that'll be it for this video. Check out my piano videos. That's what I also do. So, yeah, that's about it for today.